And we're live.
Oh yeah.
How are you?
Very well.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've just tuned in or tuning in eventually, don't worry, we're on a bit of a delay when you look at the monitor.
Yeah.
It looks like I've just picking
It
up
does, you're still playing around there.
picking up the bullet casings off the floor. That's how we do it in South.
Oh, that's a big shell down there.
It's a big shell. I was saying to Lucas, we're safe here in the bunker from the drive-bys. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Lucas Walker, who, number one, is a guitar player, but number two, sometimes has basketball as a career.
Has a little dabble in both.
A little dabble, a pretty high-level dabble. It's pretty amazing. How you going?
Very well. Yeah, it's good to be back in chilly Melbourne for a couple of weeks.
Yes, you've been sunning yourself in Perth and now up to Cairns.
Very spoilt.
Incredible.
Yeah, no.
Did you go? You just got back from holidays as well?
I did. Yeah, I was in a couple of weeks in Europe and a few weeks in the States. So,
lovely.
yeah, it's tough. Someone's got to do it, I guess.
Did you do any playing over there, or just total relax?
Total relax.
Right.
Lots of sightseeing and eating and just enjoying some downtime finally.
That's cool, man. So, for people that don't know a lot about your history, you're from Tasmania?
Born in Tasmania, yep.
Yeah.
Spent quite a bit of time in Melbourne. All my family's based here now, so I call Melbourne home now.
Yep.
I've moved around quite a bit with basketball, so living around Australia and living overseas when I was younger in the States. So.
Right, went to do college basketball there?
I did, yeah. So great opportunity to see the world.
Yeah, cool, man. Did you go to college ball in the US first and then came back to Australia and got into the Melbourne team?
Yeah,
okay.
I did. So 5 years over there between, I want to say 18 and 23.
Right.
And
Were you picked up by a scout here, or how does that work?
I was at the Institute of Sport, so a lot of coaches go there, they recruit the young Aussie guys there.
Right.
And that's my pathway that I took.
Yeah.
But it's not essential.
So when you go to the US and you get into college, I guess the aim, you've got to finish college, but you're playing, college ball is pretty big there, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's huge. And, although the players don't get paid, the NCAA, which is the National Collegiate Athletic Association, make a shitload of money. Yeah. So it's a very big deal, and the games are broadcast on national television, and, they might get 15 to 20,000 to a game. So it is a very, very big deal in some schools.
And is that the main picking ground for the big league, for the NBA?
Yeah, definitely. I think back maybe 10 years ago, you would probably say 90% of the guys that go in that NBA draft each year would be from college, but there's a much bigger international influence in recent years. So guys from Europe and Australia are starting to get selected just as much as a young American guy. So tough gig to get into, there's only 30, 31, 32, I'm not quite sure.
Spots.
Teams, each with 12 spots. So if you think about how many are playing around the world, it's pretty tough gig to crack.
Yeah. Well, they're not filling those 12 spots every year either, are they?
No, they're not.
Take one or two people, maybe. Yeah. So were you good when you were little? Like, did your parents play or?
No, they didn't play, and they got me into basketball because we had moved within Tasmania, and they thought it was the best way for me to start or to make new friends my own age. So they got me into basketball because you couldn't actually play Aussie rules footy at that age.
Yeah.
I liked it, and all my friends played it, and I stuck with it, and I sucked and didn't really become any good until I was about maybe 17 or 18 and started to grow and get a bit more coordinated, and then just went from there.
So is it I'm always into my top level sporting career, my dream of scoring the winning try for Queensland or smashing 100 against England never quite came about. But
I always say I'd like to score a goal in the World Cup.
Ooh,
I think that would be
I think my chance of doing that would probably be if it came off my head in the crowd, and then
I think,
and I wouldn't be a header. It'd be I'd probably have a couple of beer, and
a facer.
It would be more a facer. Be an incredible face of that,
Yeah.
because the distance would be so great.
You can go viral that way too.
Well, viral video is good. I was saying before, don't set yourself on fire there, Lucas, with my candle in the skull. But on the other hand, it's not a bad thing.
No. Well, if my playing's not up to scratch, as I'm
Yeah.
a bit rusty and my guitar is somewhere in a shipping container, might lean in and catch myself on fire and distract everyone.
That'll be good. It'll be a great start to the season for you. I'm always interested, people that succeed at that level, how much of it is just natural ability and how much of it is mental?
I reckon, in my opinion, I would say it's close to 50-50.
Yeah.
There's a lot of guys out there that have extreme physical attributes, but they don't have the mental strength, or they maybe they can't keep it together. Maybe they're a bit crazy.
Yeah.
And they might have a shorter career. They might make it because of their physical attributes, but have a shorter career due to not being able to focus or whatever. And then you find guys that are not athletic and don't have a crazy skill set and physical attributes, yet their work ethic will, give them a 10-year career or 8-year career or whatever. And so there's kind of this cliche that they say, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
Right.
So, there's a fair bit of both. I'd say for me it was probably equal. I was very lucky to be 6'8" and be able to run fast and jump high, and but also I had this mental ability that I never wanted to give up. So I got cut from plenty of teams, and it was always just a matter of I can do it. I can believe in myself, and just kept pushing. And while others may have hung up the boots, I just kept going and worked out.
And that is a lesson, if you're watching out there, for music, sport, whatever you're doing, don't give up and keep going.
Well, actually, I was a piano player when I was a young lad, and I had to practice maybe, I reckon I got an hour in a day, maybe 3 times a week as a 10-year-old. But I couldn't sustain that, and then it just fell by the wayside. So, definitely practice makes perfect, or close to.
If you were good at 2 things, that's just not fair. Yeah. That's just not right.
Yeah.
Hey, should we play along with the song? And we'll come back and
Let's
talk.
give it a crack.
Yeah, more career stuff. We're going to do Gold on the Ceiling by the Black Keys. Turn that, and I've got Lucas on the Edwards Les Paul. These are a Japanese-made Gibson copy, and really, really top notch out of Japan. So they're only sold in the Japanese market. You can't sell them outside of Japan new because of the headstock.
Oh.
It's exactly the same, so there'd be a lawsuit. But of course, I don't care about the law. I break the law, and I bring them in and we sell them. And I'm on a Suhr or Suhr. This is ex-Fender custom shop guy. Went and started his own company, and this is a handmade Strat copy, essentially.
Nice.
So out of the US. Folks, we're going to put on Black Keys. We'll come back and chat with Lucas in a minute. Here we go. See how we go. Da, da, da.
Are we going to do the intro? Give it a crack.
We'll give it a try.
Give it a crack.
Let's see. It's hard. Wait. As soon as I hit play, it's going to go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh!
Take 5. Weird that part.
They wanna get mine. Gold on the ceiling. I ain't lying. Just a matter of time before you steal it. It's alright. Ain't no gun in my
Rusty.
Oh, that sounded pretty good, man.
I don't know.
I'll tell you what, if you're...
I think you might have to send this guitar back to Japan. I don't think it works properly.
Sounded pretty cool. It sounded pretty good, sir. Well, if your upcoming celebrity UFC match with the Philippines doesn't go according to plan,
Yeah.
there's a guitar career waiting for you, sir. So that's kind
It
of
might
cool.
have to be that a bit of that mental toughness going into that practice, I think.
So how did you... so I've known for a while that you're a guitar fan.
Yep.
How did you get into guitar?
I had a couple of lessons in year 8,
Right.
long time ago, 20 years ago.
Okay.
And I just didn't really find they were doing a lot for me. I've actually bought a guitar from the money that I made on a paper round.
Right.
And then the guitar just went into storage for a while. And then when I went to the US and came back each summer or winter or whatever and stayed here in Melbourne, I just pulled the guitar out one year and just got on YouTube and went from there.
Figured it out.
Yeah,
That's cool,
and
man.
started sort of buying new ones as I got better. And
What's in your guitar collection?
the first one that I bought was, I couldn't even tell you what it is. It was 20 years ago. Just recently I got a Cole Clark, a Fat Lady 2.
Nice.
Before that I had a Takamine.
Yeah.
And then I had a Jasmine, which is by Takamine, which I
Okay.
picked up in the States because I went back one off season for about 9 weeks.
Yeah.
And I went to a guitar store and went in there and it was only $150.
Yeah.
And I thought,
Yeah.
I'll buy this and that'll keep me
That's
entertained
bargain.
for 9 weeks.
Yeah,
And then I ended
very
up bringing
nice.
it home. My plan was to just sell it and leave it there, but I grew attached.
And what sort of music are you into? I mean, Black Keys, which we just heard.
Everything. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I
Guitar oriented music.
Yeah, a lot of hip hop. Like a lot of hip hop and rap is sort of synonymous with the basketball culture. So
Yeah,
obviously a lot of that in my younger days in the States and
Yeah.
and
We
still.
just had a drive-by shooting here. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know,
You're into it too. You're into it a little bit more than me, but
feel right at home around here.
yeah. Yeah, and then obviously I love the Foo Fighters. I've seen them in concert twice. I was a big Linkin Park fan actually.
Oh, right. Sad.
From
Yes.
early days, and so a bit of everything actually. You may have seen on my Spotify list that I was listening to a Italian composer called Ludovico. Have you ever heard of him?
No,
So,
no. How'd you get onto that?
heard it on a like a motivational video
Right.
montage one time and
Okay.
tracked it down. So yeah, I got a pretty vast range of stuff that I.
Do you watch a lot of motivational stuff?
Nah,
No,
I don't.
you can do it yourself.
Yeah,
Check
I've
it out.
learned how to do that myself now without any external stuff.
That's awesome, man.
But yeah.
That's awesome.
I the last couple of years that I have been in Perth, I actually played at our end of season ball for the Perth Wildcats.
Really?
On
That's
stage.
great,
So we
man.
had a
You sang or just
I
played?
sang, yeah, sang and
Wow.
played. I had
That's
a
great.
we had a Motown theme, so I played "Ain't No Mountain High Enough."
That's great.
Yeah, it was good. There was about, I want to say there was about 1,200 people there. So thankfully the lights were off and I could only see people in the front row.
Wow. Yeah.
But
yeah.
still
That's cool.
shitting myself. Yeah.
That's a lot of people. That's a scary thing.
Yeah.
That's a scary thing.
Yeah.
Wait till you see. I think we've got 12,000 people on at the moment. So,
Oh.
but we're, thank God, we're calm. We're
Yeah.
calm. But
I shouldn't have worn grey. I'm probably starting to pit out from nerves. That was a bad choice.
I was going to ask you about nerves, and I asked this same question of everybody because, you know, we get people in here who will play. I had Jack in a couple of days ago, and they were supporting the Rolling Stones, sort of thing. Now, for me, I would be as nervous as hell.
Yeah.
For someone like yourself, you know, when you're playing, you were in a big town, Melbourne. You're playing with the Melbourne Tigers.
Melbourne Tigers, Melbourne United, yep.
And then you went to Perth, smaller town, Cairns, smaller again. You're going to be much more in the media spotlight.
Yeah, Perth was actually, they pull the biggest crowd. We get 13,000, so they pull the biggest crowd in the National League. But like you said, I mean, nerves weren't not really a thing, you know. I've been doing it for so long and it's just second nature that it kind of just becomes like how it was when you were a kid, when you just go out there and you play with your mates, and that's just what you do. You don't really think about all these people that are around.
Yeah.
But if you have a bad game, you definitely know that they're around because they will let you know.
Cameras in your face, sort of stuff.
Yeah, you've got to be on your best behaviour all the time.
Not maybe. What's it like, the coverage over in Perth versus AFL? Because here, you know, I mean, you've been here for a long time as well, and AFL's just crazy. So, is it similar over there, or do you get a good amount of coverage for basketball?
Yeah, well, we're lucky with basketball that it runs at a different time as the AFL.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Dockers and the West Coast Eagles are enormous, and
Yeah.
they'd be the two biggest sporting teams over there in Western Australia. There's not a lot of competition compared to what there is back here in Melbourne. If you look at Melbourne United, then they've got 8 AFL teams in Victoria, or however many there are, and then they've got they got 2 teams in the A League, and then they got the Melbourne Storm, and then they got the Melbourne Rebels in the rugby, and then
Storm.
2 Big Bash teams. So
Yeah,
the competition is much more
fierce.
here than it is there. So we're very lucky to have the support over there that we do, because we don't have to battle as much with anybody.
Yeah. And you were hanging with Mr. Luke Shuey over there a little bit.
Yeah, I was. He's
a guitar fan.
Yeah, he is. He's become a good friend, and spent a bit of time in the 2 years over there.
Right.
Through our mutual friend, Mr.
Yes.
Orlando.
Yes.
Shout out, Adam.
Shout out to Adam. He's got his pizza business going over
Yeah,
there.
he does.
Do you know the name of? I'm just trying to remember. Is it
Orlando.
Orlando.
Yeah.
If you like a great pizza, Orlando Pizza.
Yeah.
In Perth.
I've had it many times.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. We should have got him to bring the pizza oven over here. Just across the Nullarbor with it on the back of the.
So Amanda
back
flies.
of the car. Yeah.
She's a big wig at Triple M. So Learjet in.
Yeah. Adam and the dog in the car.
Adam, dog, pizza oven.
Yeah.
Straight across.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've got a question. With moving from team to team, is that somewhat of your decision? Do you get bought out by other teams? How does that work? I don't understand it.
It can be both ways.
Right.
So you can choose to leave. Sometimes you may be unhappy in your current situation, or you can leave for more money. Or a team may not be happy with your performance and may want to go with some other guys, and then you are basically, not forced to leave, but it's wise if you do leave. So guys move around a lot for various reasons, and some guys want to be close to their families, or that maybe their partners have jobs elsewhere, and so it's a bit of a compromise. But heaps of different factors. It can be team's decision or player's decision.
Yeah. So of all the things you've done, gold medal, Com Games, that'd have to be right up the top.
Yeah, that's way up there. It's almost untouchable, I think.
What about another second fight with the Philippines team? Gold medal or
Yeah,
fight off?
not doesn't appeal to me.
All right,
I don't
fair
think.
enough.
But
Yeah.
that was great.
That's amazing. That's
Yeah.
Congrats on that.
Thank
I don't
you.
think I've ever met a gold medalist. Maybe I have. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have.
I would have loved to have brought it in, but it's in a safe in Perth.
Oh, is it right?
Yeah, so-
Wow. That's probably a wise thing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't bring it around this part of town anyway.
Yeah,
It'd be
yeah.
gone in a flash.
Well, we
so-
travelled a bit, so it was not really something that I wanted to cart around with me while we
Did-
were travelling. So when I go back to Perth, I'll get hold of it and
That's incredible.
take it with me.
After the Com Games, did you go on a tour and show the medals and that sort of thing? I'm trying to.
There was a parade in Perth for
Yeah.
Commonwealth Games athletes. Didn't matter if you won a medal or not, but I wasn't a part of that. No, I just chose to stay home.
Stay low, keep it
Yeah,
low.
yeah.
Cool. And you did not go to the Philippines for the recent.
No, I didn't.
UFC, the big header over
No,
there.
no, that was I was probably 1 minute out of bed before that happened, and
Right.
then I ended up staying up for about another 2 hours because I had some really good friends on the team, and
Right.
it's quite concerning. But
Do you know? Maybe you have more info on that story than I do. But what actually happened? What goes down? I mean, people. It's a bit of a physical game. Let's be honest. And you guys are kind of big dudes.
yeah,
But it looked to me like one of the Philippines players elbow charged an Australian. Am I?
yeah. I suppose
right
I better be careful with what
We
I
will
say, but
We can censor it later.
yeah,
Just say whatever you want. No one's.
No, I think a lot of times in any sporting contest, like people get niggly and start throwing cheap shots and get under people's skin, and that's just the nature of all sports. Like, it happens right across the board, whether it's basketball, football, anything. You know, it doesn't matter if it's contact or non-contact. But you know, I think that sort of situation can often happen in a game, and it will just be the 5 people or the 10 people on the court that maybe get into an altercation, and the referees sort of stop it. But that escalated extremely fast and became more than just the people on the court, and that's why it was such a big international headline, I guess. So
it was pretty wild.
Yeah, it was.
It's one of the wildest,
quite scary.
wildest basketball brawls I've seen in some time. So, but there will be a UFC showdown.
But that's nothing
here
compared to what goes on around here. You're welcoming a punch on any day.
Yeah, well, look, we get a bit of a shooting, bit of a robbery here, but yeah, it's, you know, that's life in the streets here, Lucas, life in the streets. So after this, up to Cairns.
Yeah.
When does the season kick off?
It'll be sometime around early October.
Okay.
And it runs for maybe 5 or 6 months. And then it'll be time to take a break again.
Very nice.
So not that I'm thinking about taking a break again already, but yeah.
Well, when you
welcomed.
take a break again, please come and join us again on the show.
Absolutely. I think I should brush up on my skills a little more next time.
Well, we'll chuck in some... do
Sorry,
you know
people.
any Foo Fighters?
I will learn some.
Learn some Foo Fighters.
Actually,
You have to learn
back in the
your-
day, you taught me one.
Yeah, that was.
I think it was My Hero.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yes.
Don't get me There we go.
E. That's it. Cool, man.
Yep.
Customary handshake.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
Thank you.
buddy.
Thank you for having me on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Walker, Cairns Titans, Australia. Taipans. Sorry, Cairns. I'm a Queenslander as well.
They'll
Gonna get
forgive
killed.
you.
Nah, that's all right. Go Queensland. You're going to become an honorary Queenslander?
For the time being, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I'm an honorary wherever I am.
You are?
Yeah, I buy in. I was an honorary West Australian a couple of years ago.
Yes, yes. Loved by all. More gigs for Australia? Is it?
Possibly in the future,
Okay.
yeah. There's a couple more. There's some tournaments in September, so we'll see how it is. See how
Cool.
it goes.
Yeah.
Got to stay ready.
Cool, man. You're
Yeah.
doing some, you're working out at the moment, getting ready?
I'm working out, yeah. Yeah.
Do you do
Early
any-
mornings aren't fun. Not here, anyway. It's
You're doing
fun.
weights or
Yeah.
cardio? Or what
Bit
are
of
you-
both. Bit of
Right.
everything, yeah.
Okay. At a gym situation?
At a gym, yep. So I
Okay.
get everything done in the one spot. Oh, one candle went out.
Oh, jeez. That's
I've
trouble.
got half the chance of catching on fire now.
And you doing any swimming, water work, that sort of stuff?
No, none of that.
Okay. No resistance sort of training.
No.
And how often are you on a court at the moment?
Probably 3 times a week.
Right.
When I get to Cairns next week, though, it'll probably be, I want to say, 5 days a week.
Right.
So it gets ramped up pretty full on.
Cool, man. Well, thanks for coming in.
Thank
I
you
know
for
you're
having
busy,
me.
So great to have
I'm
you.
really not that busy. But
Well, it's good to see you. It's been too long. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're up in Cairns, go check this man out. He's killer on the court, and I've gone one-on-one with him, and I almost made it through.
yeah.
I didn't get killed. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon. This will be on YouTube. Please subscribe to us and iTunes and Instagram and all that sort of stuff. So
Love it. All platforms.
all platforms. I'll put Lucas's details in as well. See you guys.
Ciao.